Let me ask you a question about Kenya.
Yes.
A very key neighboring country. There are a lot of things happening there. You recently heard, of course, major opposition leader Raila Amolo Odinga taking an oath of the people's president and demanding for what he calls, among other things, electoral justice. You had the government reacting by obviously arresting people and in fact going to the extent of shutting down even private media stations so that people do not get information. You had a situation where the government ignores, for example, 5 court orders to release one Miguna, an activist and lawyer, and in fact deporting him to Canada even though he was born in Kisumu as a citizen. And the constitution of Kenya actually says you cannot revoke anybody's citizenship, you cannot deport a citizen from your country. How do you respond to that? And people that live in the diaspora and yet come from countries like Uganda and Kenya.
Kenya is our immediate neighbor, and whatever happens in Kenya has a direct bearing on Uganda. I mean, we are brothers, only separated by artificial borders. It's important to pay attention on what's happening in Kenya. Yes, Kenya, with all of us who are proud of the Kenyan judiciary when it followed, when it exhibited the strong independence of the judiciary. I mean, it was the first annulment of a presidential election in Africa. And the 4th in the world, as a matter of fact. Sure. So that is something to be proud of. And indeed, yes, it was respected by the president, by the incumbent and the opposition. And they went to the polls. It was important, in my opinion, to look at what had caused the nullification of that presidential election, because I noticed that the irregularities that caused the annulment were not addressed, which is something of concern. And again, I hope that Kenya is not degenerating into lawlessness, because the disrespect of court orders does not paint a very good picture on such a seemingly better democracy than ours in Uganda.